Is that really good? Can Daddy get on with his video now, please? Hey guys, xthedarkone here with a live video for a. It's been a while since we've done one of those. Here's Jacob. This is his face. This is what he looks like. We're here about unprofessional. Can you believe it? I'd like to start this video off by giving a huge shout out to our video sponsor. This video has a sponsor. You're right, Jacob. Sponsor. A sponsor. A sponsor, Jacob. Yes. So before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsors of this particular video, customplaymat.eu or .com. I forget. I'll put it. The link will be in the description below. Because you should check these guys out because they sent me a couple of interesting things. As you can probably tell by the name of the company sponsoring what we're talking about today. So I like Yu-Gi-Oh! I think that's pretty safe to bet. You know I like Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not wearing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Shirt, but I do. I like it. This whole channel's about Yu-Gi-Oh! And one thing I've always had an enjoyment of with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game is collecting mats of different kinds. Mainly because I love mats. I love collecting mats. I've had a few custom-made mats in the past, mostly of the lewd Dark Magician Girl variety. I don't have them anymore. Before you ask, but I did. They have featured in old deck videos over on Team X-Force, so I'm sure you'll be able to find them on there if you really need to look at them. But there's always been an issue. There's always been an issue with these mats because there's always been a lack of quality. A lack of quality when compared to official Konami mats. Now this is an official Konami. I have two. This one was from the official, and this was a Con one. I believe it says, yeah, Con exclusive. From 2011, I think, where it was, or it might be a little bit later. It was an MCM exclusive, and I was able to buy one. Oh no, it was a Comic Con exclusive, San Diego Comic Con exclusive. And I did actually buy this for about 40 quid online because of how exclusive it was. And I've had this for many years. My most recent one to my collection is this one from the MCM Comic Con in the bottom left corner there. Yugi Moto and Seto Kaiba, signed by Eric Stewart and Dan Green. Thank you, EJ. Do appreciate it. No, I didn't just make this video to show this mat off, but it is a prime example of what I'm getting across. You can't really. There's always something about Konami mats in terms of quality that always seems to be slightly better than any custom mat place I've worked with before, or any custom mats I've seen from other people. That all changes today thanks to the people over at Custom Playmat. So a custom playmat is basically exactly what it is. You can make custom playmats as and when you want. But they don't just do one player mats like this, they actually do two player mats as well. So essentially what you can do is you can have your own design on a mat of a great quality, or you can even have, like, this one doesn't have, for example, these don't have overlays on them. You may notice they don't have the official field overlays on them. But like if you get a tournament mat or a one from a tournament or a sneak peek, they have the overlays on them as well as a nice image. Well, over at Custom Playmats, they can do just that with the overlays, and they've sent me two of their examples. I got to choose the images, and they basically made them into mats for me, and I'm going to show you those today. But before I go ahead and show you these mats, I should definitely show you the simplicity, the simpleness required. Even I could do it in actually getting your images and the overlays and laying them down on a mat. Check this bit out. Okay guys, so here we are on the Custom Playmat website. Here's the address up here, www.custom-playmat.shop/en/ there it is. The link will be in the description below, so you can just click on that if you like. But yeah, it's, as you can see, it's nice and simplistic, simple design. We've only a few options. The accessories is just the like you can get like tubes for the mats, like plastic tubes to put the mats in. They're in there. You can check them out. But I'm just going to show you how to do it. So let's start with the one player mat. So as you can see, we've got these three designs here. We've got Custom Playmat, Custom Playmat Deluxe, and the double-sided Custom Playmat. I think the one they've sent me is for Deluxe. But even if it's just a playmat, it's fantastic. But yeah, so I'm not sure which one they sent me. I think it's the Deluxe though, because it's very good quality. So you just click Customize here, And this will then take us to the main page here. It shows you the diameter, 6 centimeters long, 36 centimeters sort of down. It gives you some examples here of the work. Gives you delivery time, 3 to 5 working days. That's about right. Click customize here, which will take you to the next page. So this is what it is. So to put your image in, manage layers, 2 pop up here. Click upload, and then I'll go to my special page. I've got my 2. This is the one I want for my main, my one-player one. It's a great picture of Horus on the skyscraper. As I'll tell you in a minute. Link in the description for this image down below. Go check it out. And literally, what we do is we take this image, scroll it over, copy it, let it load. Boom, there it is. So yeah, so there it is. And now we can choose. You can have a print. I can click done, and you can just have the image like that if you want. But I want the I want it to have the overlays on it. So there are different overlays. It's not just Yu-Gi-Oh. We have a Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy trading card game. That's there, which I do play. So I might be using this for that one day. We've got a one-player black Pokemon in black. We also have a Magic Zones for Magic the Gathering. This is the one. This is the Yu-Gi-Oh one for one player. It's got all the zones marked and coloured. You got the half extra monster zone here, which is typical for most official mats. But you can get a version like this with the full extra deck zones on it as well if you really want. But there's others. We got the Pokemon one player in white as well, and then you've got the Yu-Gi-Ohs but not coloured, just basic zone markers here. And again, the same with the full extra monster zone just here. But I don't really like these basic. I like the more official looking bits, so I'm gonna have that. So we hit done. My card, but I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna go to the 2-player mat. So again, 3 different options: basic, deluxe, and FYI, if you want to contact them directly, there is a messenger tab right there. This is how I actually got in touch with them. I just literally messaged them through that, and they were. But yeah, customize again. And then click that, upload. Now I should point out, this image I did myself. So I found a PNG of the hands and I overlaid it here, which is why, but this was a much bigger image, which I've reduced down. So the render here isn't very good. Well, it's alright. I'm happy with it, and it's my map, but, this was much bigger than the dimensions required, so I shrunk it down really poorly. So this is kind of how the quality already looks. So when you do see the mat, you'll note that like the pictures here are quite blurry. That's not a quality part on their part. That's me not using paint very well. But I really like this image of the protagonist's hands and the antagonist's hands. So that's what I did. So literally same again. Scroll it in like that. It loaded in. Just to point out, you can actually move images as well if they're big enough. So I can move the image, but I can adjust it just a bit more, just like that. So more of the cards are in shot. The resolution it requires is 10,000 by 10,000 pixels because it's a square. And again, we're going to go for our card zones again. You can either leave it blank or go for the card zones. They only have 4 card zones. We have a Yu-Gi-Oh one, which is plain black and white, or we have a Yu-Gi-Oh one, which is coloured, and again, 2 set both players there. Or we have a Pokemon in black or a Pokemon in white, like that. And they're the only 4 they do at the moment for the 2-player mats. But yeah, once you've done that, you hit done. You hit add to cart, and that is it, basically. So let's see what these things look like IRL. Simple. Do you see? As simple as that. As easy as that. And here are the results. So this is my player 1 mat here, as you can see. So as I explained in the video, I've gone for this custom Horus image. This is arguably one of my favourite fan-made pictures of Horus, the Black Flame Dragon. As you can see there, he's just standing over, he's crushing these skyscrapers. The original image of this picture can be found on DeviantArt. The link will be in the description below. Check it out. The guy's awesome. And yeah, as you can see, it's really hard to make out, but we do have the overlays there. You can make them out. Just like that. Looks perfect. We have the extra deck layer, half overlay as well, just there. And quality-wise, it feels very good. So we got the back end, so you got the non-slip. So let's compare it. Let's compare it to an official. So here's the official Yu-Gi-Oh mat. The no-slip We've got the no-slip surfaces there. Look virtually the same. Well, they are virtually the same. I'm scraping my fingers across both of them there. That's the official mat. So there's a lot of friction there. You can just tell it in the sound. Now, as for the actual smoothness and the quality of the top here. So this is the official Yu-Gi-Oh mat. So you can feel, just my hand glides over that. No problem. And here is obviously the custom mat. The same. Now, I know in terms of feeling, you're just going to have to take my word for it. But you know I'm no bullshitter. I'm not a bullshitter guy. You know I'm going to speak the truth. Honestly, like, if I was blindfolded right now, you can't tell the difference. So as I explained in the video, they do 2-player mats, which is essentially a giant mat with 2 fields on it. So if you know, rather than, you know, one thing I've noticed about, you know, going to my clubs is if I have a mat and my friend or my duelist, my opponent, doesn't have a mat, we end up having to huddle around my one mat and put our... It's like, no, just get this. And look, this is the 2-player mat. Now, but I love it. I think it looks fantastic. I think, you know, if you're not too worried about the detailing, I think... I mainly just wanted the image of the hands. The you can still make out what the cards are and stuff. So I really like this image, and I'm going to be using it a lot. Going to be laying that down for 2. If I ever have an opponent that doesn't have a mat, I'll be like, got you sus there, mate. Boom. And like I say, this does have the full field overlay on it as well. You can see just out here, full extra deck overlay as well. Just fantastic quality. There is currently a sale on. There might be. Last I checked, there was. This is pre-production. I'll check in post-production and I'll put a little message here. There it is. A little message saying if there is still a sale on. There it is. So yeah, the perfect Christmas gift for all you Yu-Gi-Oh fans. And actually Magic the Gathering and Pokemon, because they do those as well, the overlays I mean. So you can have these mats for any game really, any of the main Pokemon, any of the main trading card games out there, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, and Yu-Gi-Oh! They have overlays. They have a full field overlay and they have half field overlays for both games. So definitely worth checking out. That would be my dark recommendation. So if you're looking for some a Yu-Gi-Oh present for a Yu-Gi-Oh nut like myself, or someone who's as big of a nut as myself, they are a German company. So if you're in the EU or the United Kingdom, it takes a couple of days delivery. These took about 3 or 4 days to deliver for me, I believe. Definitely worth it for Christmas or birthdays coming up, whatever. But seriously, highly recommend. Can't recommend them highly enough. That is a really fine quality mat. Anyway, guys, that is it for me today. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Holidays, whatever you're rocking. Take care and get your game on.